I don't know what people get mad about anymore because I've just fucking left the internet, and it's a beautiful and wonderful thing. It's wondrous.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what people are mad about anymore.
Dude,
Well,
speaking
this
of
is
dumb,
the outrage
Oh,
factor.
I think we're live. We're live. Hello, internet.
Live?
Yeah, we're live. So,
Aaron, didn't you? I'm holding back from also greeting the internet because you said you had
Props.
nice. Hey, I got to give you props. I guess you're giving our listeners props.
Yeah.
Hey, internet, welcome to episode fucking whatever of Outrage Factory, the podcast where we look at the things that made people mad online this week and explain why they're done for caring. This week, we're joined by a longtime internet commenter, friend of the pod, and dude we both known for a long-ass time, Aaron St. Goddard, also the creator of Bunchies, the greenest meme.
Oh, you mean this?
Llama on the internet.
Yeah. Is it a llama? Is that
no? It's
okay.
It's a phallic, ethereal being. So, like, it exists in a world of its own. So just let it exist as it is.
Is your penis green? Because you said it's
I
phallic.
mean, it's not green, but it's just as big as this.
Oh, nice.
That was the inspiration for it.
Ladies,
green and toothy.
A giant green penis with eyes on it.
Green and toothy.
Just in case you were wondering. Yeah.
This is what you're in for, ladies. Yeah.
Aaron, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining us on the podcast.
It's such a privilege to be here. I really miss you guys, like genuinely miss you, and I love what you've been doing with the podcast because I think it's so like creative and cool and fun, and it's not your regular podcast, because I watch them all day, every day,
and ours is the best. You could just tell us right now.
You clearly in the upper echelon, if you will.
I mean, there's Joe Rogan, then us. So we're not the best, we're second best.
Yeah, Joe Rogan is sucking your cocks, is basically what I'm saying. So.
I mean, have you been reading my dream journal? Because that's in there.
Also, his Joe Rogan erotica that he has forthcoming series self-published on Amazon.
Speaking of my erotica being leaked, do you know what I saw? I saw a trailer and I was like, did somebody seriously get my fan fiction erotica? Because this is all I've ever wanted.
Does it involve unicorns?
No, but it involves the villainess from 101 Dalmatians. They're making a young, sexy Cruella de Vil movie starring Emma Stone.
It's
What's
bad.
hotter than that?
Woo-wee!
I mean, she's hot as fuck, and she's like super cool. Like if you ever saw her do her rap battles on Jimmy Fallon or whatever, she's like so talented and like skilled of doing that. But when I watched that trailer, dude, I mean, my respect level went like
Emma Stone.
Exact opposite for me.
Emma Stone.
Exact opposite.
Dog. I don't know if it was
murder
the editing or what.
Yeah,
dog
murder.
I'm assuming, like murdering dogs.
Potentially, because she never actually kills them.
Animal murder.
Tries to.
Yeah, villain.
I mean, we all have clothing made out of animals.
Emma Stone,
just misunderstood.
Yeah, this is made out of cotton dogs.
Yeah,
which is those
are
real
dogs.
These are real animals.
Can I quote you, Derek Poland, saying "cotton dogs"?
That's the name of his blues band. Dude, when I saw that Cruella de Vil trailer, I was so turned on. My ears were ringing.
You were turned on? I was
repulsed. Not be.
I gotta watch. I actually have not seen this trailer. I gotta go. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, watch the Mortal Kombat trailer too, because that's not the same kind of.
Oh,
dude,
but I wanted to make my joke first. I was saying I am outraged, not sure quite about Yeah, but it's for real. It was.
Hey,
I mean, it's
just
too
like
late
the
now.
internet. We'll tell you what you're going to be outraged about.
Yeah, clearly.
You don't have to decide because we've decided for you. Apparently,
Yeah.
you're outraged about Dale's almost favorite movie coming out, which is I think what is it? Is it called Cruella now?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Cruella, but
Yeah,
they do it like
Cruella.
it's edited and there's like graphics and everything, so it looks just like the Joker trailer. And everyone is, if you look at the YouTube comments, which is, always a dangerous,
Yeah, that's
place.
Dangerous game.
a dangerous swamp to wander into.
Yeah, it is. It's a dirty place. But if you look into it, like the comments, they're all so accurate because they're like,
Mhm.
so like Batman's gonna come in, and in the next like 10 minutes because it's like it's so similar to the
Could you
Joker
imagine
trailer.
if there was a Dalmatian themed Batman in this movie? Like it's Batman, but with Dalmatian spots. That's the only thing that can make this movie better.
They
Yeah,
like-
it's
need
all theatrical and shit.
just a Dalmatian like Suicide Squad potentially. It's just like every DC character
There have to be 100 of them
as a Dalmatian.
really.
There we could find 100 DC comic book characters. I think.
Yeah, 101 B-rate villains all
Oh yeah,
together.
101. Sorry, yeah, I was off by one.
Don't forget that extra one.
Yeah, no, can never do that.
Yeah, a lot of people are. Yeah. Sorry,
Derek,
go ahead.
plow through those two trailers, and we can sort of
Talk about
decipher them.
I mean, I'm watching this, and it's I don't want to be like the guy who's like, oh, this movie looks great because Emma Stone's crazy hot, and Emma Stone is Cruella DeVille is crazy hot.
Yeah,
but that being
I was already
said,
that guy.
That
so
being
don't
said,
worry.
Emma Stone as Cruella DeVille, pretty hot.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's weird casting for one. Like you would expect like an older woman, like someone in their 40s.
I like it. What is this? Like the origin? Is this like the origin story of Cruella DeVille?
Yeah, but it's so fucking weird.
It's when she gets. It's when
Like, she's
people are
not
mean to her,
a
and she
pleasurable
and she's just trying to express herself emotionally, and it's the whole world's fault that she's a villain and not hers.
Yeah, and plus I'm
on board.
I dig the whole anti-hero thing, right? Like the sympathy for the DeVille. There's an episode title for you.
God damn, that's a good pun.
Okay, for me, it seemed like it was forced. Like it didn't seem like it was like a natural kind of thing. If you look at a lot of different trailers or whatever, you see like this is cool, and like the Joker trailer was fucking awesome, but I hated the movie. Never mind that.
Which one?
Joker. But it's very.
I never saw it.
I never saw it either.
Well,
it looked like it took itself way too seriously.
It did, big time, and I hated it, and I shit all over it, and people got so mad at me for it. They were like, "How dare you like hate this movie?" And I'm like, "It's like a school shooter's fantasy kind of movie."
Yeah, it's like Taxi Driver.
Yeah, but I mean, like in a different capacity.
With
like
makeup.
it was so much more of like just like glorifying his I don't know, the
villainy?
school shooter. Yeah, but I mean, like it's the way and then suddenly it's like you get this this villainous character who Emma Stone is playing, and her whole point is like, I want to skin dogs, like skin puppies alive and make coats.
I feel like the whole point is
relatable.
it's a means to an end because she doesn't necessarily want to skin the dog. She just wants a dog coat. And I mean, I'm not going to start
so you're gonna
wearing
access
leather.
that.
I like cows and I like leather shoes. I mean, can we really say anything bad about this? Like,
if anything, if you were the person, if you loved leather shoes so much that you were willing to go out and skin the cows yourselves, I think I'd respect you more.
I mean, like she's like a hunter. Like she just wants to kill the dogs herself so that she knows they're ethically killed and they don't suffer. maybe she's the good person all along. She just wants a Dalmatian skin jacket.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of excuses being made here.
Well, let's also look like 101 Dalmatians.
You get that sunglasses filter off your face because it's really
I'm just saying that's a lot. That's a lot of Dalmatians.
Yeah,
I think
101.
I think
that's a big jacket.
I think
and you would be like prosecuted for
it was population control, right? Like he didn't want to
Exactly.
kill all
I think you mean population
of the dogs.
Oh,
nice. Nice.
Another great pun. What if these were feral Dalmatians? What if she's just cleaning up the streets?
Yeah.
These dogs could have rabies.
Why wouldn't she go to Mexico?
children.
What
if they were rats? Hey, that's a beautiful segue. If we can just like jump right into the Ted Cruz thing right now.
And Rat Jacket is actually a really good band name. If you think about it. Really put the atoms together. Rat Jacket.
Do we want to piggyback off the going to Mexico thing?
Yes, we do. I just want to say my most controversial take of the night is I'm not mad at Ted Cruz. I don't care if he went to Mexico.
I would stomp on his knees until like they were reversed until he was
so he walked like a chupacabra.
No, he was in so much agony that it would just be like he's like, what have I done with my life? And I'd be like, yeah. Think about that.
That if you had your legs stomped backwards, definitely.
And then I would be killed by this. Yeah. So
I think the Ted Cruz problem.
Yes.
I don't think it fucking matters that he went to Mexico per se.
No, because you're supposed to be. He's like, it's not like they're going to the office and all meeting to work together. Like they're all working from home. So like every picture is him on his phone, probably answering emails about the snow. Like there's no way he could have handled it better. Like I think people just want him to suffer. They're like, how dare you get out of the freezing cold? You should be suffering like everybody else. Like they're saying you should be back there because you should be addressing the problems and stuff. But it's no, they just want him to suffer because they hate Ted Cruz.
I mean, that's fair.
Sorry to interrupt you, Derek.
No, you're not.
I think it's a point of like solidarity. You know, it's like if you're the governor of your state, why would you not like be present at that moment?
He should have been present at that moment. I mean, it's the optics of it are fucking horrible, and
it looks so bad.
It's so bad, and it like just totally opened the door for all these like Democratic opportunists, like AOC and fucking what's his name, the like skateboarding congressman who was like, what the fuck was his name? The guy who was like the Democratic Texas senator. Who was basically like Poochie the dog, who's just like, I'm fucking cool. And what was his name?
Oh my God. Derek, I don't know. Ted Cruz.
And I hate politics so much. So
anyway,
I know
all these people are like, all these people are swooping in and being like, well, this fuckhead's going to fly to Mexico and do some bullshit and like, blame it on his daughters and be like, well, my uppity children wanted me to go to Mexico and I just obliged them because they're women and so prone to this flightiness. And it's like, dude, like, shut the fuck up. Own your shit. Beto O'Rourke.
Is that his name?
I think that was his name.
Is that even a real name?
Yeah, that's his name, man. He's like the kick flipping skateboarding congressman.
You sound like the oldest man right now.
The Tony Hawk of congressmen, like
for real. He's the kick flipping. He used to play in a band with guys from like At the Drive-In or something. Like he's got like actual
no. I know who you're talking about. Like if you're talking about the guy from At the Drive-In,
he's kick flipping.
He's a crazy ass name.
He's a kick flipper.
Derek, I still don't know.
Anyway, all these people now are like, we're going to raise funds and we're going to show up in Texas, which like, by the way, Texas, learn to manage some fucking cold weather. You look like, and that's coming from a guy in Vancouver where we get like an inch of snow and it's just fucking pandemonium here. Texas, I mean, I get it. It's probably a little more out of the norm for you, but at the same time,
Dude, could you imagine if Vancouver got to less than colder than -20 Celsius? Like that's how cold it got in the States or in Texas. Like it was like that movie The Day After Tomorrow where there's like a giant like tornado and it sucked the cold air from what?
The Gyllenhaal one?
Yeah, and it sucked the cold Arctic air from space. That's what happened.
Shitty fake wolves and shit. But okay, -40 in Canada is actually -40 in America in terms of Celsius and Fahrenheit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
you got to understand that it's the same as like 0 and 0. Like it's the same. We match. But yeah, there was this super funny clip. I sent it to you earlier today, but today.
Yeah, the Jimmy Kimmel one where he's piling on for like 10 minutes.
It was like it was Alabama is totally clear. Like their highways are just like wiped clean. And Texas, which is I don't know.
Yeah, it was like
feet away.
The other side, like there's a double lane highway.
Yeah.
And one side was clear because it was a different state, and the Texas side wasn't.
Just pure snow.
But
and it's like, so we're just gonna fuck our citizens.
It's like everybody's like freaking out because they're like, why doesn't Texas have snow clearing equipment, even though it's never snowed there before?
Because they're fucking Texas, idiots.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's like Vancouver has one snowplow. And that's why the whole city has to shut down. And you're not going to be like, well, why wouldn't Texas take all their taxpayer money and buy a fleet of snowplows for the fucking one time a decade this happens? Because that would be a mismanagement of their money, you fucking moron.
Yeah, exactly. Like nobody's talking about the whole reason their power grid is failing is because Texas, to skirt out of from federal junctions and like the rules and stuff, they're the only state that has its own power grid, and that's just so that they don't fall under the legislation of federal oversight for their power grid. And they basically just neglected it because they're like, it's working now, why would it ever get cold? And then it just got too cold and everything broke.
This conversation is killing me.
Yeah.
Well,
I gotta be honest.
You don't want to talk about power lines there?
Can we talk?
It's really not enlightening my life.
Like Ted Cruz's shit. We can go back and talk about Cruella de Vil some more because that's right up my alley.
I think we came to a happy closure on the Cruella de Vil.
Do you think what's worse right now in the era? Wait, do you think Ted Cruz took more heat for traveling to Mexico because it was COVID or traveling there because Texas was getting fucked by cold weather?
It was a combination of both. Definitely.
Okay. I'll tell you why I think
that's what I garnered from it. That's what I garnered from in my research.
I'll tell you why he got so much heat. Because now that Trump has just disappeared off the map, the left is dying without a fat Republican making stupid decisions to constantly make fun of. And then they just get this magical gift of Ted Cruz just being like, hey, I'm fat and I made a terrible decision.
Ted Cruz is actually
it's about him being a piece of shit.
He's not that fat, and I think Ted Cruz is actually looking pretty svelte these days. He's got the
is he your
He's a silver fox now.
He's got the villains in the
He
Disney
is my favorite.
universe.
In terms of villains, I am horny for. Ted Cruz is definitely top 5.
Can I quote you on that, Derek Bowen?
Ted Cruz with his beard playing a sexy big bad wolf. I'd be into that.
Oh, hell yeah.
What has to be murdered in the end. You know?
Well, yeah. Chris Helmsworth would come and cut him right in half because Helmsworth played the woodsman, right? In the
what about
other movie? Yeah.
Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
As a horny Dalmatian. And then Cruella de Vil turns him. We're tying it all together. By the way,
I've got the best one. Okay. Sorry. Before we move on,
I don't want to interfere with that.
So we do the gender swapping like they did for the Ghostbusters, but this time we do the Little Mermaid, and Ted Cruz plays Ursula. Shirtless Ted Cruz with a fucking octopus bottom.
He can play the role, but I don't think he would take the part.
after this, when he loses his job and nobody will touch him,
no one in
I think he'll
Texas
touch
is
it.
gonna give a fuck about Ted Cruz traveling, even as they were like, nobody. People in Texas are very like,
yeah,
you know,
keep your shit out of our shit type of deal.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, you know, if he wants to fuck off and abandon us all, as long as we don't have to pay higher taxes or like care about poor people, that's
I don't know if it's
fine.
me
Ted
or
Cruz
if
can
it's you,
travel
but someone's breaking
wherever
up here.
wherever he wants to go.
Yeah, exactly. What do you guys want to hear? A conspiracy theory?
Yeah. No, but you're gonna tell me anyway. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's people like pretending that this whole snowstorm is fake and it was like set up by the weather satellites and stuff. And I think maybe the Texans did it to themselves to chase all the people who are moving from California to Austin, Texas, to get them to go back. Because they're scared that all the liberals are going to come to Texas and make Texas liberal.
Yeah.
They're gonna take our guns.
That's part of the liberal manifesto. The socialists, we're gonna infiltrate. We're gonna move everyone from the socialist strongholds of California and New York to Texas and flip it blue. And then after Texas falls, I think the rest of the U.S. is just gonna be like a fucking like one of them elaborate domino dealies.
You know what, Derek? They're gonna keep it red for communism. They're gonna turn Texas into a communist state.
I like it. They'll actually turn the Democrat Party red. For communism.
And then people are so dumb when they vote, they'll just like they're used to picking red over
the
blue.
Red one.
They'll check the red one, but it'll be the wrong red one, and they'll be communists.
Just the communism by force, which is the best way, the best fucking way.
Yeah.
To implement communism.
Well, I mean, that's West Virginia, like right there. Like we're gonna like shoot your balls off before you come for our guns, y'all. And
what are you talking about there, John Denver?
Mountain Mama?
West Virginia.
I got myself, my dear.
All right, so Ted Cruz. We're gonna say Ted Cruz was not wrong to travel to Mexico. He just did it at like a very poor time.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, it was not wrong. It was selfish, is what I think. Like, I'm not gonna say like wrong.
Like, are we gonna say no one's allowed to be selfish?
Is that what we're gonna
politicians?
Say? Oh yeah, are we gonna say a man?
Mean, I was very selfish when I purchased my own Baby Yoda.
Is that the shitty one or the expensive one?
This is the shitty one.
Do you want to tell us? Oh, Dale, just you wait and see. Aaron, please. It's time for show and tell with our podcast guest, Aaron St. Goddard.
I think
Aaron,
so.
Please show us your Yodas.
Okay, so here's the sort of, you know, I can throw this thing around.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You can get rough with
the
them.
other one is like wildly expensive. Like I'm talking $400+ So I have
do you have the expensive one as well?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh shit.
Just give me a second.
If you're listening to this on audio, just go watch the video on YouTube because Aaron is showing us his Yoda, which isn't his penis.
If you're listening to this on audio, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you're doing everything wrong.
Handsome.
You're doing everything incorrectly.
And there is an opportunity.
And by the way, I need
video.
to make it known that Kanan is not the most handsome guest.
This is awkward.
I think I am.
Totally awkward. My whole goal with this podcast is to get enough YouTube video viewers so that we get pulled because right now
we're like super handsome and like rolling in from off screen like a 90s movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would just, if you're listening to this, just turn it off and go watch it because you're missing out on everything.
Yeah, you definitely are. This is gonna be bad. Okay. Here's my
Where's
baby.
Where's this expensive Yoda?
It's right here.
That's the same Yoda.
Yeah, he just put a slightly more expensive jacket
Wait,
on him. That
is
one is
that
made out
one-
of actual Dalmatians.
Is
No,
that
this
one?
thing weighs like fucking 40 pounds.
That one's only expensive because it has blush on it, right? It has little pink cheeks.
I don't know who fucking painted it,
Did you put?
but
Did
there's
you
like
put makeup
implanted.
on your Yoda doll, Aaron?
No, but there's like little like hairs like
Oh, really?
implanted on the top and everything.
Oh, crazy! Wait,
It's
can
all
you show them
very-
side by side? I want to see expensive one and cheap one. Can I see
I
the
mean,
difference?
I don't know what to do really here.
Well, you hold one in your left hand and one in your right hand.
Well, this
Okay.
one is heavy as shit, man. Like it's this is
Okay.
like 40 pounds.
I don't want you to drop it and break it because it is expensive. You could tell, like the face is a little
Here,
more.
look at
detailed.
the eyes. Like
That's creepy,
zoom.
That's
Yeah, it is creepy.
looks
'cause
very
they're, like,
lifelike.
super realistic.
dude. If you woke up and like, the best prank would be to move that beside your bed, so you woke up and you turned and looked at it. It looks like a fucking alien, like a gray alien. I
Yeah,
would never
because-
stop screaming.
Yeah, but I mean, this is simple. I mean, this is just a little floppy.
Oh
disk
yeah, I
and
get it. Yeah,
stuff,
like
so-
his face is like smaller too.
Yeah, and the design is not as accurate or anything.
Hey, what-
It's-
Going back to last week, since you're obviously a fan of The Mandalorian, what do you think about
Can
Gina
we-
Carano
Can
getting
we,
shit canned?
Yeah, the
Can we-
Gina
can we
Carano
not-
getting shit canned
can we not-
really fucking blows the ass for me because like I'm a huge fan of hers. Not only, I mean,
Keenan hated her, apparently.
well, let's be honest here, like mostly because she's hot. like super
Yeah.
fucking hot. Like it's
Yeah,
like,
she doesn't
she's
have
like-
as much blush as Yoda, but she's close.
Yeah, she ain't my own personal baby Yoda, but maybe she is. But
Oh, that's a good pet name for her. I bet she'd love it too. fucking
No.
just
I
punch you
just
till
I
you
think
died.
it sucks that like she has like a political opinion and then suddenly gets like dumped by like
Mhm.
the entire industry. It's so fucked up to me. I'm just like, well, like it's not like she was saying like, hey, I worship Hitler.
Yeah.
You know, like there was not. She didn't say anything like
she
that.
had some
She
pretty.
said-
I mean, she had some.
there were some spicy comments. I'll give you
So-
that.
Oh,
yeah.
spicy. That's the best way to say it. Yeah, they're spicy. Like what she said was factually correct, but you can't just say shit like that in the liberal
Yeah, but
media.
it wasn't hateful. It
No,
like,
no,
I
it
didn't
wasn't.
That was the
see
thing. We
it as
discussed this
being
last week.
hateful.
We were like, it wasn't like a lot of people said it was anti-Semitic for her to like invoke just the
Oh.
Jewish people at all in her defense of Republicans or like criticism of liberals or whatever the fuck she was trying to do. I want to like be absolutely clear. I'm not a person of the Jewish faith, so I do not know. But it didn't seem like it was like hate speech. Like she didn't actually say anything about Jewish people other than like just normal fucking Germans turned on them because the Nazis
Yeah.
were really good at making them the enemy, which like I think
I mean, we covered it last week, so we don't have to get too in depth. I just wanted Aaron's quick hot take because we had
Yeah,
Yoda
yeah.
there.
Mine is very short. And
we do
sweet.
have to
Like,
discuss Star Wars at least once every fucking episode of this.
Yeah, dude.
So,
Apparently, there's people who don't like Star Wars.
Can we also talk about
my wife's
Pumpkinhead?
one of them.
Oh, Pumpkinhead. Your wife doesn't like. Weird. A female doesn't like a clearly
You can't.
man
Why is
dedicated
no one?
You can't.
IP.
Why is
I
no
like
one
your
talking about
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead?
I
Why
love
is no
how
one?
What
on
is this?
audio, Aaron keeps pulling these things up. He's like, "It's my
Aaron
bunchies,
came
it's
with
my Yoda,"
props.
and it just all sounds like he's showing his
his
penis.
his dong.
He's like, "Have you seen my pumpkin head?"
That would have been a great audio gag if we had thought about it before we started rolling this episode. And then every time he was like, "Look at this," we could be like, "Aaron's showing his dick again."
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
listeners.
I wish I had brought more props in.
Forget I said all that, and then now the running joke of this episode will be like, "Oh, look, it's Aaron's dick,"
Okay.
and then we'll get more YouTube videos or viewers because people will definitely go to the video to go watch that.
Go back and edit this last like 30 to 45 seconds out and then
Yeah.
edit comments. It's like, oh, there's Aaron's baby arm Aaron's got a baby arm he's flailing around with on this podcast. He's rubbing it all over his face.
He's touching his lips with his own little baby arm.
What's STNG?
Star Trek: The Next Generation?
Ah, fuck. Really? Can we not talk about any of that?
It's Saint Goddard.
No.
Do the fucking math, man.
What?
Stang.
Saint
you talked
Goddard.
about STNG.
Tennille was like, let's talk about STNG instead. Now that's interesting.
Oh, I think as opposed to Star Wars, because a lot of people are like, it's like they have to pick one side or the other, but you don't. You're allowed to like both.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Speaking of stars and wars,
what's
happening on The Bachelor, Dale? Do you want to?
Derek, can you look at my face?
You're rubbing your baby arm. He's just.
It's a little baby head.
It's the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life, I think.
Bachelor stuff?
Okay, so
Bachelor thing?
What was that guy's name?
So this guy
Chris
is apparently a douchebag.
Chris Harrison.
You used to watch the Bachelor
Chris
back in the day.
Chris Harrison.
Harrison.
He's a massive piece of shit.
He's leaving The Bachelor.
He's the host.
Because he was the host, but he's leaving because one of the contestants, one of the female contestants, I guess, like, because it's the male Bachelor right now, and it's this. I'm trying to over-explain this. Anyways, so one of the contestants...
It's a big, strong, handsome black dude.
A couple years ago had said some racist stuff, and then Chris Harrison was like, "Oh, it's not that bad, whatever." And she had
said some racist shit.
She had like one of those antebellum parties on a plantation thing. So, like, because people in the South apparently are just so dumb, they just like don't realize how racist all this plantation stuff is. Like, we talked about this a while ago when Ryan Reynolds had a plantation wedding in like 2011, and it used to be like people would this would be this big flex because they're like, look how rich I am, we rented a plantation, and then they like never thought about it deeper
and all this shit.
So she's like, I don't know, the word on the street is she's racist, but we don't know if she's just an idiot who didn't realize how racist all these activities were. But he defended her, and then he got all the lashback, but she's still a contestant, and I don't think she's that racist, because why would she be trying to win dates with a black guy?
Well, Dale, let's just hold the fucking phone on the whether she's racist or not thing.
Okay.
That's irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is to an extent. I think what he said was that she deserved compassion.
Mm-hmm.
I think, or like understanding, or like maybe people should make an effort to like not just shit all over her and be like, yo, she's a fucking racist piece of shit, we need to cancel her. And like, we have now hit a point in outrage culture where even suggesting that there's like nuance to these things, and like maybe we should just like give people the benefit of the doubt or give them the opportunity to admit fault and better themselves is itself a very controversial thing to say. So because Chris Harrison like basically said, let's slow the fuck down. Are
you trying to read something while you're saying this?
No, I'm trying to think of a way to say it that will not get me canceled.
Derek, you are not canceled because of being dad, so don't worry about it. Say whatever you want.
It's too late, my friend.
Okay. So I just think that like here's something I'm gonna say. This is something I believe. Even if someone has been racist or sexist or shitty or misogynistic or just like a garbage human being in the past, if they are willing to own up to it and to look at their behaviors and to acknowledge how they have hurt others and commit to wanting to understand or learn or do better, I think people should be given the opportunity to do that.
Like our whole society has a prison system that's based on rehabilitation, yet we're not going to let these people who we just like, we don't even give them a trial. We're just like, you're guilty, you're a piece of shit, you're going away. Like we don't, like, murderers have more rights to redemption than these people who have like questionable past and had made dumb decisions.
Well, this is like the whole Crystalia situation. Like he just came out the other day. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's a a famous comedian, and he was like totally put on blast, like on the highest capacity.
Well, he was messaging underage girls.
He was a serial sexual predator of underage
but I mean,
which is a little different. I'm gonna
no. I'm just saying that like I was amazed the other day because I woke up there like in the morning. I looked at my YouTubes, and it was him saying, like, his apology video was just saying it's been a while, and he sort of tried to explain everything, but it's still
like, guys, I just actually really like young women, I'm sorry. I'm just a piece
basically
of shit.
what it was. I mean, that's basically what it was. Like, I mean, I'm not denying that. I'm not defending him in any capacity. No. I'm just saying that, like, when the video comes across, it's very genuine. I'll give you that. But like at the same time, it was so hard to watch. It was like crippling to watch. I was just like, ugh.
Like he's got a deep hole to dig himself out of.
Yes, you phrased that very, very well. He was just like I did some shitty things. I'm like a sex addict and all this bullshit. But I mean, this is a guy you gotta understand. He's a multi-millionaire who came from money. And like really didn't have to work for his career, just like be funny.
Yeah, like,
but
Kate,
it wasn't. And so his apology came across as genuine, but I think there was a factor there in terms of its non-genuosity, where it's sort of him saying like I'm doing this like months, like 9 months later, and sort of like trying to dig myself out of my own grave, and it just, I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way.
Does he ever make that apology if he didn't get very fucking publicly called out for? Like, does he take a step out of the limelight and then show up and be like, yo, I'm going to get in front of this thing? I'm like, to me, that's the difference between like a genuine, like, I'm genuinely contrite and I want to be a better person versus fuck.
It looked like he was, like there was one like singular moment in that video where he looked like he was like actually about to cry. But I think that was just because he was just trying so hard to be a really good actor.
In the comments, Kate said that in his apology, he had said sex ruled his life, which every single male can agree with, because like I remember when I was in my mid-20s and I would like, even like a like decision like, oh, when you're gonna decide which shirt to wear that day, you're like, will women think I'm sexy in this shirt? So like, as
do
a
my
guy,
tits look good?
In your 20s, every decision you make is about trying to get laid. The problem with him is he's our age. He's 40 and he's still doing this dumb shit. Like, you should have grown out of this phase of your life. Like, you can't just say, oh, sex ruled my life, I'm addicted to sex. It's like, you're 40, you need to age past this. And
even if you're compulsively addicted to sex, there's like being compulsively addicted to sex, and then there is knowingly and intentionally grooming underage women repeatedly. You can be a sex addict and not do that gross and highly illegal shit. You know, that was not, it's not just like, oh, I'm a sex addict. Whoops.
Like, whoops,
all
I
this shit
sort of
should be
slipped
acceptable.
into all this vagina.
Yeah, like, fuck, I'm a sex addict. Give me a fucking, like, that's gross. That's like, that's basically like using, I don't doubt that the guy's a sex addict, but like, your addiction does not excuse all that other shit. Like, you're still responsible for it.
So have sex with older women who are age appropriate.
Yeah.
Like, the problem isn't that you're addicted to sex. The problem is where you're trying to get that sex from and how you're trying to, like you said, groom girls. Like, this is disgusting. Like, you should.
Yeah, it starts to get really gross, and that's the thing that I've noticed, that it's like, you know, I've been unfortunately around a lot of people who have been that kind of person, and then you're just like, can you not do that? And you sort of like try to, like, you know, protect women, but like, there's only so much you can do. You know, I'm not a bouncer. Like, I don't know what to do about it, but I just make sure I'm not that person. So it's
I mean, that's a big step. And then, like, you know, holding people accountable or calling them out is another good one. Like, maybe if your buddy is fucking grooming underage women, you tell him to not do that. And then, you know, you can always give, even if he's your fucking friend, if he's not putting an end to that shit, I would not hesitate. Dale and Aaron, take note. I would not hesitate to rat out one of my friends for sexually grooming underage girls.
I can't even talk to underage girls anymore. There's no way I can go through this.
I remember the last time I hooked up with like a couple of younger girls, and I felt so guilty, you know. And
like, still legal age though, right?
Yeah. How young are we talking?
21, man.
Let's just put that out there. This is funny because, like, I know everybody's doing that, like, whiplash, because we got here because we were talking about when people should be redeemed, like, because we were talking about how the chick off The Bachelor made, like, some bad choices and what she can be redeemed for her behavior, and then we just jump right into, like, basically crucifying Chris D'Elia. But the difference is, this isn't just one bad decision he made in the past. It was like a method of operations that he had obviously perfected and worked on. So it's like,
but he addressed that. He addressed that in his comment.
Exactly. It was a pattern of his character, like, instead of just a bad mistake.
He thought it was privilege, you know, basically.
That's not
what he was saying.
Oh, he's just trying to, like, use privilege as a catch-all there, because that has nothing to do with privilege, because that's like serial killer thinking. That's like if Ted Bundy was like, I'm sorry, I raped and killed all these girls, that's just privilege. It's like, no, that's not a word you can use in this situation, Chris D'Elia.
This sort of idea, like, I don't know if you've even seen the video, but he was saying, like, that he's like, oh, so every time I would go to a show, I would get like 100 emails, and I couldn't, like, turn them away. So then he had to, like,
fuck.
This is what he said. I'm repeating what he said.
This sounds like a professional athlete's excuse of why he cheated on his wife. He's like, oh, I could only dodge the pussy so long.
Yeah, I mean, there's spent this entire episode fucking dissecting this. That's nothing. That's not like, that right there is like, it's not my fault I had women emailing me at shows. It's like, fucking dude, every time we drop an Outrage Factory episode, my fucking inbox is swimming with ladies looking for some of this, and or Dale, and or both of us at the same time. And
now that I'm here,
exceptionally handsome Aaron, we're gonna get twice as many emails and DMs saying, "Hey."
I think you mean the word thrice.
Yeah, it's like it's like, hey, you guys are super attractive.
Look at this
I'm underage. Can we talk? And I will be like, no, ma'am, we cannot talk because I know what the rules of law and morality are,
And it
I'm
won't
not
be
Chris D'Elia.
It won't be, no, ma'am, let's just chat low key for 3 years until you're legal, and then I'll come by for a visit, and then I can file. No, it's, we are not going to do this. Also, I'm married, and this is very inappropriate. So, like, Chris, you don't have to fucking respond. It's not those people's fault for messaging the celebrity, which people are going to fucking do. It's your fault as being the person in the position of power determining what to do with those messages.
It is a powerful position.
Do what Emma Stone has been doing lately for all of my emails and completely ignoring them and blocking me. That's all you got to do, Chris D'Elia.
Yeah,
just
do what Emma Stone is going to do to all of us
on Dale, and you'll be all right. Don't worry, ladies.
I mean, call the cops on them, get a fucking restraining order against these underage women. There are steps you could take.
Like, Emma Stone has been emailing me constantly, and I cannot stop her.
Yeah,
it's frantic.
It's insane.
Exactly.
Why is she like that? All right.
Yeah. Why is she so obsessed with me?
Why is she so horny for all of us? It's a problem. Tennille also said that. Wait, what did she say? She said the other thing about Chris Harrison was that Chris Harrison steamrolled this entire. Chris Harrison steamrolled this entire.
Dude, what is going on?
Conversation. With a black woman, and apparently he took the he was the white guy in mansplaining, and
that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened with Chris Harrison?
He's the guy from The Bachelor who defended the girl for having a past in racism and stuff.
I have not done my research. I'm so sorry, guys.
That's fine.
I'm abandoning you, like, in my first appearance on your episode.
Don't worry, your Toyota is made up for it.
At least I look cute. Okay, let's go. So Ted Cruz is a piece of shit. We all know
Ted Cruz, piece of shit. Chris,
the guy from The Bachelor.
Chris Harrison is a piece of shit. Chris,
Taisha Adams,
piece of shit. Dale, who else? Who else is in the shit? Who else is in the shit books this week?
Man, she's beautiful.
Facebook in Australia.
Have you even checked her out? She's so pretty.
Yeah, that's people on TV are pretty, Aaron. That's how they get on TV.
Shocking development, Dale. I'm blown away.
This is kind of like a complete left turn, but Australia just made it so that Facebook would have to pay the news organizations that they're sourcing for their news sources. So Facebook just cut all the pages of all the major news organizations in Australia, and now you can't even get on there. And this was brought to my attention by Scott Donnelly, who's an avid listener, and he was messaging me. And
Australian.
So he was saying that what he thinks, not what I think. I'm just joking. He's saying that like it's probably the news organizations down there is like some weird last grasp to stay relevant or try, because people are just going on Facebook, finding the news, and then these newspaper organizations who've basically been printing their own money for the last 40 years are just kind of slowly dying. So it's kind of like an preemptive move by the newspapers and stuff against Facebook, so people can't go to Facebook to get the news. They have to go back to the newspapers.
Yeah, that sort of makes sense to me. I mean, I can see that. I've sort of witnessed that in terms of, at least when I'm looking, or at least like, casually browsing through, online stuff.
Yeah,
it's becoming more and more difficult to find. And then I look at the, newspapers, same thing. So I'm just like, I don't even know where to like find my news anymore. Like, it's
Alex Jones?
It's all just Alex. Well, Alex, I think didn't that fucker
No, he's
fucking dust.
He got bleached off the internet except for his own website, I think, because he's like at the point right now where he has to host his own website. Like he can't even find he can't even just go to GoDaddy and be like,
but he has enough money that he
build
can
a server
do
room in his basement to fucking.
He has enough
all the
money that
data.
he can do it, but it just blows. Like it's who the fuck just died the other day? Big fat stupid old news guy.
The
Rush
right
Limbaugh.
wing. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we all have a round of applause here for the death of Rush Limbaugh?
I am very unfamiliar with Rush Limbaugh. I've never listened to him.
I was sorry.
I'm glad you're fortunate to not have heard
the day he died.
Of his voice.
I was like, I saw everyone's like gleeful celebratory post from Millisecond. I was like, we shouldn't really celebrate when people. Oh, it's Rush Limbaugh. I don't give a fuck. I hope his corpse is just like getting fucking desecrated.
Yeah, it
right
looks
now.
just as good
fuck
as
Rush
his
Limbaugh.
Fucking body. Dude.
Guy's just a bag of shit.
This
just
was
an all around shitty human being.
I just spilled A&W.
Usually when somebody's getting talked about this much online, I'll be like, oh, I'm not familiar with this person. I'll go check him out. But then I was like looking at how many people were literally dancing on his grave. And I was like, maybe I'll just skip this one because he doesn't seem like he was a good guy. And
just
sit
this one out.
From the outside looking in,
I'm
going to say Rush Limbaugh,
probably not good.
Not that liked. I mean,
you gotta.
I'm not gonna go listen to his radio show.
Like, what's her name? That judge, the old wretched
RBG?
Lady. Yeah.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Yeah.
Yeah, she had like a very respectful sort of sending off, if you will.
Like she had the exact opposite thing where people were like, I'm such a good person that the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg affects me deeply.
Exactly.
I was also like, as emotionally attached to all the U.S. Supreme Court judges I am, I wasn't that affected
but
by her passing.
I know. I have no real attachment either, but I mean, I know her history, so I can sort of
Eric, WTF? Why the face?
Oh, I'm just reading. I was like, I'm gonna Google Rush Limbaugh's most controversial quotes. And
oh my God, Derek!
No,
your mouth
when I'm reading regale us with this horror.
When I'm reading Rush Limbaugh's most controversial quotes, I'm like, how? And it's like, in 2004, Rush Limbaugh said that the NBA should be renamed the Thug Basketball Association.
See. This is what I'm talking about. Like,
that doesn't even roll off the tongue. That's a terrible name.
That's not a long time.
Basketball.
I cannot be sad about this.
He began
have to be
Barack the Magic Negro, a racist parody song about Barack Obama in 2007.
I'm gonna break my own legs.
2007. Again. Why do we like to be like, we fucking smashed racism a long time ago? This guy was very popular.
Being as racist as possible.
How is he not canceled? Racist. He could never go on The Bachelor.
Well, he's too dead to be canceled.
Yeah. The universe canceled him.
Yeah. Life,
fucking
existence itself sort of took
Rush Limbaugh off the air.
Yeah.
Off the air.
Jesus.
Out of air.
I want to do like a Michael Jordan.
A gay person turns his back on you. It's not an insult. It's an invitation.
What? What did he say that?
Okay, that
Rush
is
Limbaugh said this.
What?
Violently weird.
What year was that?
Yeah, I mean, not
like
that.
70s.
Most of these are in the 2000s.
Like,
so.
That sounds like kind of like he was hoping it meant that.
Yeah,
that's
like
he
wanted some.
Like that's just so creepy.
Limbaugh called Georgetown law student Sandra Fluke a slut and a prostitute after she publicly advocated universal contraception in 2012. Anyway,
that is terrible.
Yeah, Rush Limbaugh, not a good guy. Glad he's dead. Glad
they're right.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I'm not familiar with his stuff. Now that I'm familiar with his stuff, Yeah, we should be
I
dancing on
want
his
to
grave.
say, like, and
Why is
I
that?
do actually ask the question. I posed the question to two of my best friends. Is it okay to be happy that someone's dead?
Yes. All pedophiles. It's okay to be happy if they're dead.
Very interesting.
Aaron's rubbing his face with his baby hand again. If you're listening to the audio version of this, please head on over to the video.
I used the wrong hand. I
don't know. Like you could even come up with like a whole sliding scale morality basis, like detriment to like addition to society on if it's okay to like a person if they pass. And I think Rush Limbaugh, even without crunching the numbers, falls into the section that it's okay.
As you can see, I'm clearly thinking about this.
With the baby hand. Again,
Nice.
if you're listening to the audio version of this, please head on over to facebook.com/outragefactpod.
Please don't ever
catch our Facebook live streams every Saturday night where you will see Aaron St. Goddard exposing a wide variety of
props that definitely aren't his penis. Or you can go to YouTube if you're one of our 2 listeners who doesn't have Facebook.
There we go. He's got the bunchies out again.
There you go. Bunchies.
He's
Bunchy sighting.
He's waving his bunchies around. Touching that bunchie's butt.
Those little bunchies.
Dale, what else we got? Anything? Anything left?
There's a bunch of stuff left. Like we're at an hour now. Do you want to keep going? Do you want to talk about a couple more?
Yeah, no, let's kill it like for like another half an hour, dude.
So I got we could go a little bit longer.
I got one more good one.
I gotta do a couple more things.
Okay, we've been talking about some pretty dark stuff with Limbaugh's racism and
can we get to like a happier sort of
here's the happy one.
Emma Stone moment was extremely dark.
It was bad. It was just shitty. It was
what do we got?
Dark. It was
so Biden beat his granddaughter at Mario Kart.
Well, he also
this is an actual news story that was in the news. And at Camp David, what's Camp David? Is that like his house? Or is that like
no? It's a thing in like upper state New York, where it's like a big ass like fancy cabin where everyone stays.
It's like a presidential. It's like one of the presidential households.
Yeah. Okay, so at Camp David, this presidential household cabin that he has an arcade.
I think it was tech.
Mario Kart system will like the actual arcade chairs where you sit in and you race, and his preferred character is Luigi, which is weak as shit. How are you gonna pick Luigi? Yeah. Whoa. It's like he's still used to being the sidekick from Barack Obama. He's
I was gonna say that's
confident enough to take Mario yet.
That's not leader energy. If your favorite character is Luigi, that is like okay. I'm gonna say this. For Trump, who do you think Trump would have picked in Mario Kart?
Oh, fucking Wario. Trump is Wario all day.
100%. 100%.
Straight up Wario.
Actually, Trump wants to be Bowser, but he's just Wario. Like he'd be like, I'm gonna be Bowser, and then the Secret Service would be like, maybe move to the purple and yellow guy because you're not quite Bowser. Yeah.
We don't want to loudly announce that you're a fucking
political
a fucking
despot.
Thank you, Dale.
Cuck.
Thank you. What? Is Bowser a cuck?
No, I thought you were going to talk about Biden being Luigi.
Oh,
it's
like
it's because he never got over being a little kid and his brother always picking Mario and making him. He never got the self-confidence.
Even if it's not Mario, it's Mario.
That's why
what
middle.
I said
that's
Mario.
Why middle.
You said
children,
Mario.
Middle children should never hold leadership positions. Ever.
Yeah, this is why I just said Mario is not the correct pronunciation. It's Mario.
Yeah, it's Mario.
I
said it right.
Mario.
Mario.
It's
because he's married. Like he's happy.
Jesus.
Hey, the Mario. I guess it is Mario. If you say it in an Italian accent,
I'm gonna
the Mario.
just go to the gun store just to
It's
buy one to
me,
kill myself
Luigi.
after this fucking podcast.
It's me, Mario. That's not racist. That's how he says it in the video game. Just in case.
Yeah, he says
anybody's
Mario.
gonna
He
go
doesn't say
after me.
Mario.
I
There's no
said Mario.
Mary.
Okay. Yeah. I was just saying. On recollection,
I'm gonna buy a
correct.
handgun and
It is
murder
Mario.
myself.
you can't get a handgun in Canada.
And then
they're illegal. So
and then
there.
Actually,
and then we
it's
could
pronounced
do a
Handgun.
podcast.
It's pronounced Handgun, you fuckhead.
Oh, is that
Joke's on you.
those are only the bad guns from Die Hard are
Right.
called Handgoons.
Handguns.
Hans Gruber
Hans
is actually his
Gruber.
name. That's Gary Oldman.
Oh my god.
How dare
This
you
is the most
disparage
off the rails
his
podcast.
name.
I'm still really bothered by, like, honestly, this should be something that's covered in every presidential debate from now on, and it should be, which character would you pick
Mhm.
in Mario Kart? Which
Yeah.
character do you pick? Because
Oh fuck, man.
Luigi, right away, I'm like, fuck. No, who do you guys pick?
I'm going
Who's your guy?
Spiky Turtle. Spiky,
Spiky-
the
yeah.
little Spiky Turtle.
Oh, the
the
bone
little
one?
one.
Or the Koopa.
The
The
Koopa?
Koopa, yeah.
Bones?
Spiky
Dry
Koopa.
Bones is good. Bones,
Dry
any
Bones is good.
skeleton, anything is good.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Derek,
man.
it actually depends on the map you're.
I
I'm
like-
just kidding.
I Fuck out of here, you nerd.
I'm always
Can
one
we
of the
talk about
fat
Star Wars
guys.
again?
I'm always like either Bowser or Donkey Kong
Yeah.
Bowser is
Or-
always a loser, so don't do it.
or
I highly recommend not doing it. So please don't.
yeah.
Choose wisely, my friend.
What about Super Smash Brothers? Who's your character?
Oh, Falcon.
Okay.
Falcon
Yeah.
Punch. Every
Falcon
time.
Punch is
Again,
good.
I'm always Spiky Turtle.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Spiky
little
Turtle's
Spiky
good.
Turtle. Yeah.
Or if you want to be a
I don't
cheap
even know what the
prick,
fuck
you
its
be
name
Fox,
is.
And then you just shoot, and then they fall off the edge. Yeah. I haven't
Yeah.
played Smash Brothers in a long time.
Oh, dude, I got it.
should
You gotta
ask
come
my
over.
cousin.
We'll fucking
She,
play
I
some.
mean, she knows. She knows. Like
Why-
she will fuck you up.
Dope as
We should
hell.
just quit the podcast and play Smash Brothers every
I
Saturday
would be down
night
to do
instead.
that. Fuck. Let's start a Twitch channel where we just
Oh
like,
shit!
and we
with
can talk
Keenan.
about, and it can
With
be
Horse Snorkel. Yeah.
outrage.
I guarantee Horse Snorkel Keenan will kill
Outrage.
us. Like we'll all die
Yeah.
violently.
outrage
Yeah.
smastery, and we just
Yes.
talk about things. Fuck, we did it. Hey, everyone, thanks
just-
for tuning in to these shitty Facebook videos. Join us from now on at twitch.tv/outragefactpod, where Tennille said she's Metal Peach. That's a good one. I can respect that for sure.
Yeah, but metal characters, come on. That's not even a. That's
Oh, I was
like
gonna say
kind of cheating
metal-
because they're so tough.
Metal Mario is who I go with a lot of the
Yeah,
time.
because he's
Yeah.
so tough.
Yeah, just because he's shiny. I don't know if he's necessarily tougher just because he's
Well,
made
that's
of
you're
metal.
cheating at that point.
Just
Yeah,
because he's
right.
made of metal. I like him because
Yeah.
he's shiny.
Have you ever
Mm.
punched metal, Derek? It hurts.
Can't say that I have. No, I have not. I just punch organic material.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This has been hey Derek, I want to say to you and both you and Dale that this has been an awesome experience. So thank you.
Thank
very
you,
much.
Aaron. I'm surprised it took us this long to get you on the pod, but I'm glad we did. And you
Yeah, it
are
was
welcome
great.
back anytime after we transition to the Smash Brothers thing, which is
Yeah.
going to be in a couple weeks.
And you have your most handsome guest now.
Yeah, and Aaron, I gotta say,
Keenan.
you are
Keenan.
right.
Keenan
You
Foster.
are pretty
Fucking
great,
dick.
and hanging out with us is awesome.
Keenan is still the handsomest guest.
Yeah,
Uh,
Don't
but
make this
Aaron-
more awkward than it has to be,
Denied.
Aaron did
denied.
definitely
I am
set-
the most handsome.
a land speed record for pulling out the multiple variations of his wiener on air.
yeah.
So please, again, if you're not watching the video version of this, head on over to facebook.com/
I am not in still frame. I am
and see Aaron's penis.
No, don't see Aaron's penis.
Don't see
no,
Aaron's...
just look at my profile and just like
You
absorb
have a
it.
penis in your profile?
He does. Not his, though. Not his.
Oh, I have all the peanut.
All right.
Aaron, you have a website,
What up?
right?
Yeah,
With all
Aaron,
your
if people,
drawings?
Yeah,
if
yeah,
people
yeah,
would
yeah,
like to
yeah.
learn more about
Okay,
you,
if anyone wants to know anything about me, don't look at this podcast, please. but
This is how Aaron got canceled.
totally canceled. But no. I have a professional website. It's aaronstgoddard.com. And you can find me anywhere if you just Google Bunchies, the word. You're not gonna lose yourself.
You're selling those figurines, aren't you? That stuffy you had?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's called
Right
Bunchies.
here.
are for sale.
They're fucking. I have one. Noah loves it. He sleeps with it every night.
It's fantastic that it's
Great gifts.
It's been like a sort of experiment that I didn't know if it could be accomplished. Basically,
I just want to say, go look at Aaron's website because he's literally the best drawer I've ever seen, and like the monsters he fucking makes are amazing.
If we have any Lady Gaga fans listening to the
Yeah.
podcast, Aaron actually won a what
Second
was it? Like an
place.
illustration
Yeah,
contest.
I did win an award. I won a contest, Lady Gaga contest, a couple
Nice.
months ago.
Did you get to go on a date with Lady Gaga?
Yeah, we boned. It was super awesome.
Nice. That's a good prize.
Mhm.
That's a good prize for
I think it was probably the best prize. I think it was prize one. But no, if you want to check out my shit, like look up aaronstgoddard.com. I mean, you can find me anywhere. I'm like internet famous.
He is internet
this
famous.
This is not being like braggadocious. I'm just saying you can find me anywhere on aaronstgoddard.com.
Nice. And now we're gonna be internet famous. We're gonna take all your runoff.
I'll spread the wealth,
Hey,
Nice.
everyone, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Outrage Factory with special guest Aaron St. Goddard. My name is Ben Derek Bolin. I'm a co-host. You can find me on the internet. You can't, so don't, but find Dale where Dale is. I did, and I'm never coming back. Fuck the internet, except for this podcast.
I'm still on the internet because even though of the three of us, I'm the one who should most be canceled. I'm not. You can find me on Twitter at SuperDalebot. The actual Outrage Factory Twitter for the podcast is Outragefactpod. Send us a Gmail if you want to give us some feedback, outragefactpod@gmail.com.
If you really like us and you want to give us some money, head on over to patreon.com/outragefactory. And if you are listening to this podcast, rate, review, subscribe, say nice things about us, tell your friends.
Put it on repeat so the AI thinks that we get listened to a lot more than we do.
Oh, it'll happen.
Is that cheating?
In some way.
Yeah, it's gaming the system. The system was made to be gamed.
I mean, if you're tricking robots, you don't have to feel bad about it. It's not like you're tricking a real live person. It's the AI. That doesn't make you a bad
everyone should listen to Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll never fucking get canceled for his opinion on the internet.
It's because I make too much fun of myself every time. Every time someone tries to insult me, I'm just like, "Yeah, you want to hear a good one?"
Yeah,
I love you, gentlemen, so much, and it's been
we love
such
you too.
A pleasure. Like, really,
we love you too, buddy.
Genuinely, thank you for having me because it's been like sort of, kind of one of my dreams to be like a guest. So
I'm not even going to make fun of that dream. That is a very good dream.
It's a noble dream. Everyone should have that dream.
Everybody should have that dream.
Everyone listening to this, share Aaron's dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Be a guest on our podcast.
Yes.
But be less handsome and don't show your dick as often. Until next week,
stay angry.
Great one, Dale.
Oh my God, it's not stopping.
Wait, why are we still on the air?
We're still on the air.
This is embarrassing.
I'm leaving.
I'm embarrassed.